Series Thursday night. In the booth, I have Robbie Racing, Mountain Dew, who I think is pooping, and NRG. He's in the booth with me tonight, of course. Say hi, guys.
Hello?
Hi, guys. Welcome
Stop
back.
it, Robbie. Right,
yeah.
so...
No, I'm looking forward to tonight's race.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited. We have the debut of Ma Bear in Custom Xfinity. That'll be interesting. Hopefully the servers hold up. We do have the Xbox One side of the Pro League is going right now, which that means probably during this race at some point in time, the PS4 side of the Pro League will start. And so no telling what the servers will do. I hope it stays well, and we get some good hard racing at Iowa tonight.
Now I'm looking at some of these names in the field, and I think they're better than half the Pro League drivers. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, 100%. I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, yeah. They ruin our races every week, so I don't really care. Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, they ruin the races, and they're just intentionally taking each other out and getting paid for it. So we're getting not paid for it, and we're not intentionally wrecking people. So right, this should be a really good race.
Alright guys, so I'm going to jump out of here, and Taddy, I'm going to start the lobby in 2 minutes, alright?
Alright, so 2 minutes, the lobby is going to get started. That's what I was just told. Entering this race, we have Nuka Bob Quantum, points leader by 15 points over Dash for Cash. He is 170. Flirt is in third, 4 points behind Dash. Dark Knight is no longer in the Custom Xfinity, but he was fourth. So that'll give D Smith fourth, and Monster Racing tied with Trinity. Hey. One of those two will move up and into the top 5.
Good talk.
Right, yeah. UK Wildcats already putting us to bed. Extreme Dirt out there saying giggity, giggity, giggity. I like it. Extreme Dirt out there has 300 subscribers to his racing league there on the dirt side. And he challenged me a little friendly challenge last night, first to get to 1,000 subs. So I might have to point this out again later or something. But definitely let's try to make sure the Giggity gets to 1,000 subs. We start 200 ahead. So if we lose that battle, that's horrid.
Who is the owner of Extreme Dirt?
That's Ryan.
RD Racing, isn't it? Is PS.
Yeah, RD Racing is the owner. His PS is RD Racing.
I always see him commenting in the custom chats. I just wanted to ask. So I know not to go sub. I'll still go over there and do that. But for anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I still support the guy. He run with us in our dirt series. He's on here all the time supporting us. So, big shout out to those guys. Thanks for tuning in each week, guys.
I'm channel right now and give that a sub. Whoa, it's too loud. I don't like it here.
So anyway, back to tonight's race. So we've got the custom guys. We just watched the preset guys. That was a kind of a long-winded but clean race. And we see Dimebags. He actually pulled out the fuel strategy on presets. So we're here with the customs now, and we all know with the custom setups we can play with the gearing a little bit, and it's going to be interesting to see on who's going to go for fuel strategy and who is not.
Yeah, and how many are going to and how many are not.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I don't think it's a question of if, but it's a question of how many are going to do the fuel strategy. I was told
anybody that's on Puddin's team or Noko's team. That would be my guess.
Puddin's team has wide open racing only here tonight.
He's a good driver.
Yeah, I like him.
Yes, he is.
He does have talent. I'm going to use one of my invites. I'm blue screened here, guys. I'm going to use one of my invites and see if it's time to get in there or not. Or I'm going to end up in the race on accident.
That's good.
And you can join, guys.
Okay.
Right, so the poll went to Trinity Beast Mode, 23-127. Shin Motorsports driver.
Yep.
That does put him 1 point ahead of Monster Racing now as they get ready to get going. So he currently will be the one that passes Dark Knight and gets into the top 5 in points.
Well, you got your wish about there being more guys in the custom field.
What, they got 12?
think so, yeah.
That's one driver more than what we had in the presets, but we'll see how many finish. But 12 is more than 11. Hate to say that at the exact same time as you, because that means we're both thinking a lot alike, and that means horrible for me. Right, so and here we go. We're under green flag.
All right, so picks for tonight. Robbie.
More bear.
All right. Daddy.
The car that wins.
All right. Mine again is going to be the top 4 points, which 2 of my drivers are in now. So that's
then good. I will. No, Dark Knight's 4th in points still technically.
No, he don't count.
Trinity Beast Mode in this 22 Penske Ford Mustang looking pretty good, followed by No Shift Pendle in the 11 and the 20 Flirt with Disaster. That's one of the drivers you spoke of.
Yep, that is a pick of mine.
Something happened to Nuka Bob. He just lost a lot of spots. I think he tagged the wall a little bit there. Oh, he's spinning out now.
Oh, yeah, he looks like he is straight up not having a good time.
Yeah, there's people having fun, and then there's Nuka Bob.
Did he put damage on by chance?
Yeah, damage is on. He asked if there was going to be damage, and so I don't see any on the 23 car yet, but I didn't see him get hit when he spun though either, so that could have been a damageless incident there.
That might be a case of if he's using a shifter, he might have had a problem with his shifter, because as some of us know, when guys are using their shifters, it sort of disconnects and gets all retarded and messes with people's gearing.
I don't think you can say that word either.
Oh, I just did.
I will say D. Smith is riding around all by himself. The only car behind him is a Bob. Not sure what happened to him. I know they were kind of bunched up to come off too. Here we go with that word again.
Sure seems like the 19's in fuel save mode. Maybe not. He just looks like that car's really, really tight. Ma Bear and, oh no, sorry, that's wide open with Old Guy. I thought Ma Bear was racing right next to her favorite driver in this series, Old Guy in that 35.
Guy.
Wow, glad all the custom guys tuned in to watch the preset race, as there's not very many preset drivers tuning in to watch the custom drivers. We got 7 viewers out there though, and I'm one of them, so awesome.
That is selfish.
Yeah, rude. Trinity Beast Mode still in the lead with the 11 of No Shift Pendle and Flirt with Disaster right on his tail. Puddin responded, hey Puddin. He did get a top 5. Puddin got a top 5 in that last race, so he's probably on cloud 9 right now.
He's gonna get himself a win here before you know it. Next week, I'm gonna make sure that I blow a right front tire when he's on my outside. Outside of that, it'll be all right.
Breaking news: everyone has gone to bed, is what UK Wealth Kit said. Good seeing you out there, Creed. Dean has not yet mentioned that he's here, so he doesn't get parked. So, without a message from him, there's a very good chance that he'll be parked.
All right. Well, let's just go silent until he says something, or until he comments in the chat, because we just can't have that.
Us going silent, yeah, that's highly unlikely.
Well, it just depends. As we say, talk.
Paw Bear's also out there. Our viewer count is up to 12. All I had to do was get mad about it a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, making things happen. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wide open. Just flew it into one. Holy crap.
Hunty actually taught him how to run this track, so that could be where that came from. Nuka Bob is, for him being the points leader, this is a horrid showing. I don't know what is amiss on that 23, but I feel like he's running his Bristol setup or something. He's actually about to go a lap down now to the leaders.
I gave him too much confidence over the last week. Every time I get into a party chat with him, I tell him how he is such a beautiful individual. And I think it's starting to go to his head, so that's going to have to stop.
Facts. I mean, maybe he's in fuel conservation mode, but to have spun out and keep tagging the wall, that's it's not a very good conservation mode. Is when you're one lap down already this early in the stage. Even if you save the fuel, it's going to be hard to make anything out of it. We got another viewer out there, Paul Travis. That's Pork Chop. He just recently joined our developmental. Looking forward to seeing what you got here this coming Friday, man. Thanks for tuning in.
He's always down to run some laps too. I see him in the developmental chat always asking for practices. D. Smith's coming down pit road, but yeah, he's always willing to run some laps. He wants to, you know, get some practice in for all the races. So if you ever want to go run some laps with him, help him out, or you know, just run some laps with him, just so you can help yourself out, get a hold of him.
Alright, so breaking news, Puddin in the presets did not ever miss pit road. He was not trying to pit. The dog was trying to make him go to pit road.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
Yeah. Wide open back here with the old guy.
Cowardly dog.
No, I haven't. I watch adult shows. I watch adult shows. So, like, I watch Family Guy and The Simpsons and stuff, you know? Adult shows.
I don't watch it, but I'm talking about back in the day, man. That's like some like late 90s, early 2000s, great Cartoon Network.
So you said D. Smith already pitted, yeah? Actually, I just seen another taker. I'm not sure who it was. Somebody else just went down pit road. Trinity's all by himself, so I'm assuming everybody else is already pit. We'll see how this strategy works out for the 22. He was in the lead. He still got the lead, but with everybody else already pitting, when he goes to pit, if he pits, he's probably going to lose that because he's just losing time out there right now.
BRB.
Also, I have no idea if anybody's actually live streaming this race, so lap counts and stuff like that is going to be very difficult for us here.
Yeah, let me have a look, see if I can find.
Yeah, I couldn't find any, and I did tell Pendle probably not a good idea to stream with the Pro League about to start. Now I'm wishing I hadn't told him that. The 11 of no shift Pendle right now going around Nuka Bob Quantum. 23 still hasn't pit. Let's see where I gotta stick with the 22 so I can tell who the leader is. There he is. He's coming up on the 08 of Wide Open Racing now. I don't think the 08 is pit either, so that's interesting. Wide Open's usually a really fast driver. To be going a lap down early in stage one, that kind of has me dumbfounded. I will tell you.
He picked up some damage.
Oh, that's true, some damage. Or, I mean, he could be in that fuel conservation mode. We seen it in the preset race. The drivers that were going wide open had to pit at least one time. Those that backed off never had to pit. So it could just be a strategy call for the 08. But with how much time he's losing, I just don't see. Again, same as the 23. If you lose a lap under green, then the fuel strategy of trying to save enough to make it to the end really doesn't do you justice. RKM out there cheering for Ed, though. Thanks for tuning in, bub.
You want to talk about somebody who struggled last night? I think RKM just struggled from the rip last night. He was loose after lap one. Might have been one of them situations where we all know when you practice offline, sometimes when you get into an online lobby, the car handles completely.
Facts. That is true. They do handle differently online to offline.
98 and Moorbear comes out pit road and she takes him for a spin. I think she might pick up some damage there as well.
Yeah, the 19 of D. Smith has some damage also. Looking at Moorbear's car, I'm not seeing any damage on my view. Maybe, yeah, okay, there's a little bit of damage to the left front. The hood's crinkled up, a little bit of front end damage. I don't think that's a whole lot. This isn't really an aerodynamic type track. As long as it's not affecting the handling of the car, I don't see it being a big issue. Up front, Trinity Beast Mode still putting people laps down.
It'll make you pretty tight getting into the turns, especially in the turn one.
Oh yeah, that's true. Pork Chop out there, is this Custom Xfinity? Yes, it is. This is indeed our Custom Xfinity series. 12 of our better Xfinity drivers out here tonight.
And none of them have lagged out yet. I should not have said anything.
And there goes half the field. No, I'm just kidding.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Trinity's up here, man. He's just setting a blistering pace. He's on the rear end of the 11 car right now. The 11 has pit and gotten fuel and tires. I've not seen the 22 go to pit road, so I mean, maybe I missed it. I mean, with him passing those guys that have already taken tires, I would imagine he had to have already pit.
Well, I mean, if he has 4 fresh good years and enough gas to get to the end, I imagine he did pit.
I do think that the car that gets to the finish line first will be the stage winner. Little booger facts.
Oh! I don't know if that's just my screen, but I just see
No, the 22's wrecked. 22, the leader.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was the leader. Yeah, a lot of damage on the front end of that 22. I think the 22 is the leader, and so he's got a lot of damage. Usually, even if you wreck after, the damage doesn't actually affect your car. That 22 is not looking good right now. He's not having a good time. He was having a good time, and now he's not, so that's unfortunate for him. I believe that's going to give the lead to the 20 of Flirt with Disaster. Or that was indeed the stage, because Wide Open Racing won the stage. No Shift Pendle, Trinity Beast Mode, Monster Racing, Flirt with Disaster.
There you go with the fuel saving. I hate it here.
No, you don't. You love it here. Just not all the time. The 11 of No Shift Pendle on the pole. I don't know what that noise was.
You ever get bored, just look up rack and roll.
So I'm glad you picked actually the top 4 in points there, Energy, because they're not having a good night so far.
Well, I'm telling you right now. Oh, and there goes the 42. Oh, and he got the 19.
78 and 35 also involved trying to get over there. Yeah.
Okay, smarty ass.
What? What? I was just saying the other cars that were involved. Nuke Bob said he blew his right rear. That was the incident that happened with the 22 car. He tried saving fuel after he got the early wreck. Spin.
Yeah, old guy in Monster Racing, they were kind of like touching each other on the side of the wall there for the longest time.
And now Ma's a little jealous. And Ma Bear's a little jealous of what's going on out there.
You hate to see it, Bill. Right before that happened, they were 3 wide coming off 4.
Flirt with Disaster in the lead. Sorry, go ahead.
And I was going to mention one thing I've always noticed about this track. If you get under that outside wall on the front stretch, it is an absolute, trying to get off of it. You know what I mean?
Ma Bear started second on that restart. Pendle has gotten by. Trinity trying to get by on the outside here. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's a you-know-what.
Oh, and the 42 is just going to drive his way through everybody. Holy crap.
Ma Bear's on the outside.
Drove his way. Wait, is that Ma Bear?
Ma Bear's the 98. The 42 is Eto.
Eto literally just drove his way through everybody. Took him 4 wide, put 2 people on the wall.
Trinity had that damage earlier. 3 wide for the lead. Trinity is now back in the lead as he split the gap between Flirt and Pendle. Ma Bear just got really, really loose entering 1 there.
Every week, I mean,
the 20 has fallen back to 3rd. The 20 has fallen back to 3rd. Here comes 4th place, the 08 of Wide Open Racing, and the 78 of Monster Racing in 5th. He's chasing that 22 car as he and the 22 entered this race tied in points for what's going to be 5th place, and the 22 has now gained 2 points on that 78 machine. As I say that, 78 takes 4th place from the 08 of Wide Open Racing, and Pendle looking to the inside of that 22 car. Guys, early in this race, it's looking like that 22 of Trinity, even though we seen that wreck that had happened earlier that he was involved in, he's fought his way back to the front, and he's seeming to have the car to beat, but that 11 car is no slouches. He's all over the rear end of that 22 car right now.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be the battle to watch tonight between Trinity, Beast Mode and Pendle, both quality drivers. And, you know, Trinity in Xfinity cars is just so good with them, especially with the custom setups. I mean, I raced him the other day at, I think it was Auto Club, and he just blatantly kicked my butt. Really don't like saying butt, it sounds too posh for me, but...
Posh. Breaking news,
Posh.
Dean Clavitt is out in the YouTube land. He did say he's here so that he doesn't get parked. Ooh, the 22 catches the wall, comes back down, makes a little contact with the 11. No harm, no foul. He goes back to the outside. The 11 is going to take the lead here in 3 and 4. 78 all over the rear end of the 20 as he's looking for third place now. Alright, that's my best actual commentator thing I could probably do. Oh, 22, the crossover. He's now to the inside of the 11 looking for the lead.
Let's not get too serious here.
I mean, it's good racing up here. I don't know what to do with myself.
Just give it time.
The 11's still on the outside, the 20 and the 78 both trying to get the position. If he does not give them the position, he might get bumped and pushed up to that seam on the outside edge. Oh, sorry, that was a different race. 22 of Trinity, back to the lead, looking strong in that Ford Mustang.
I also just noticed that the one person that hates the field every week, as old guys eating the inside wall again. The one person that hates the entire field every week
is
not in the race tonight.
Who? Dark Knight?
Acceptance.
Oh yeah, he hates everything every week. Yeah, that's awkward. Monster Racing has moved himself into second now, right behind the 22 car. He has himself a piece.
What kind of piece though?
I mean, just a piece. That I heard it once said somewhere else, so I was like, well, cool. Huff World, wrong race, bub. Brenda is not in this race. He was in the last race, or she, I guess. Brenda's Beaver got 4th place in the preset race.
That is a dude, by the way.
Well, I assumed, but the way that Huff just asked where's Brenda is.
Oh. Well, maybe throw out an Amber Alert. Where's Brenda?
Yeah, the Mayonnaise and the young boy were chasing Brenda's Beaver at the end of the race, but that was to put him a lap down, so yeah, Brenda got 4th. Yeah, Monster Racing is now the race leader in that 78 car.
Been pretty good over the entire mini season here.
Monster?
I always enjoy racing with him. He's a blast to race with.
He's quick, clearly.
Yep.
More bear looking on the inside of the 08 or wide open.
I mean, if you are fast and you get around the what was the leader cleanly, you're probably pretty fast.
True, facts. And also, if you were in second when you got by the leader, you're probably now the leader. Ma Bear completes that pass on wide open.
We have no string to look at to see.
We have no idea about anything. I'm not even so sure that the Monster is actually the leader, but I'm assuming so because nobody else has passed him.
Wow. This is weird. Someone's about to go a lap down. I just oh, that's the old guy. He's straight up not having a good time.
What about old guy?
He's straight up not having a good time. He's about to be getting lapped here for too long. He's got a bunch of front end dams. Like I said, I've seen him eat the wall again after that last caution, or after the stage, whatever it was. And yeah, not looking great right now. Oh wait, Trinity's coming down pit road right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's probably getting to that point now where some of the cars are going to start getting loose. We're a few laps in from the last caution, so it'd be interesting to see who had a tight set, real tight set to begin with, and who's looser than who.
Well, we've seen, oh, here comes Flirt. we've seen a lot of guys try to cut the stage in half last time, and none of them got stage points. Sticking to the plan, maybe it'll pay off, but didn't pay off last stage, so we'll see.
Second place in
really
points, Dash for Cash. He seems to be struggling pretty bad tonight too. He's same thing with Nukabob. You know, we usually see these guys running up front, first and second every week, and I'm just not seeing the speed out of the 2 or the 23 this week. The 11 is back here behind the 2. I haven't seen him pit yet, so I don't know why he's so far back. He was a front runner earlier, but definitely interesting to see some of these top performers running in the back.
Well, I mean, it does definitely shake up points, especially, you know, we'll see where everyone finishes out, but that's just, I don't know, it is weird. Iowa, to me, it is one of my favorite tracks on the game, but at the same time, after last night, it is definitely maybe my favorite track.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that some of these guys out here doing the fuel strategy, trying to get to the end of stage 2 and maybe trap some people a lap down. I like the 78's got a really fast car. I don't like the strategy. We know he's going to have to pit because he hasn't been saving any fuel. And with how long everybody else has already pit, they're just putting blister and lap times down compared to him. So if I'm Monster Racing right now, you got to come in and you got to get those 4 fresh fuel goods. If that's your plan, is to pit anyways.
We got the 19 coming down pit road now. D. Smith behind them. What's that one? We gotta come up with an alternative. This is too much. That also did not sound good.
Nope. I was gonna let you go with it though. I was having fun listening. Grandmaster Sheffy, he's on pit road now. I'm trying to stay on here with the 78 car. I got to know when he pits. It's really, really hard to keep track of who the leader is, especially without anybody live streaming. 78 to pit road now.
The 20 and 22, Trinity and Flirt, they pit relatively the same time. I think once it all cycles out, I think there'll be 1-2. Depending on...
I'm on board with the 08 car. He won the first stage off fuel mileage, so I'm assuming he's probably going to try to do the same thing here. And looks like he's going a little slower than others, but I don't see him coming down to pit road.
Old guy's wrecking again. That's not good. That's the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, he's not having fun. There's people that are having fun, and then there's old guy.
I think it's fair to say.
Go ahead, Robbie.
Old guy's got a fair attachment to that wall on the backstretch there. I think it's like the 3rd time he's been there now.
Magnets.
Yeah. I am literally trying to wrap my head around what in the hell is going on.
What in the hay?
Literally, every time I flip the camera to somebody else, there's someone on the apron, someone in the wall, somebody wrecking somebody else.
Yeah, I've actually always thought that of the fuel saving strategy. Instead of actually necessarily trying to save, but if you can stay out there for a couple more laps, the 11 is the leader, I got told. The 11 just spun out crossing the start-finish line.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, so the fuel saving strategy on some scenarios, you know, like you were just saying, people getting loose, people getting into the wall, especially on the customs, when you get down to those last couple laps of the fuel run, if you're able to save your fuel and the car handles well all the way through, it's not usually that bad of a thing on the fact of, 4 people on the lead lap, so yeah, the fuel strategy came into play. But what that does a lot of times is when people go to pit, that's typically when the caution comes out. So if you're able to save a lap or 2 more, sometimes you can stay out, trap people lap down, without it necessarily being a stage, you know what I mean? Just strategy on hoping that the caution comes out while you're one of the few cars that are still out there.
Yeah, this is going to be an extended caution because as right before that came out, the 42 and the 19 got into each other, and it sent the 19 down pit road, and the 19 is now coming off pit road.
So I got wide open, did win that stage again. No Shift Pendle in second, Dash for Cash third. That's it on the lead lap. Monster Racing in fourth. He will receive the lucky dog. I would assume there to also be a few waiver rounds.
I want to cuss so much. So dumb.
I think that what he's saying is he's not a fan of fuel saving.
No, it's stupid. It's absolutely dumb. It's not racing. There's nothing racing to that. Bring the slowest car.
The 3 wide for the lead right now. The 11, the 2, the 08, and the 22 in the battle as well.
We're going to go 3x3x3 going into turn 1. That's not going to end well for probably the people behind us. They're 4 wide coming off. Yep, there they go. And of course, Flirt, he gets involved in it. It's just not, this custom Xfinity series every week, man. It's bad. It's really bad. Half these guys have no idea what the hell they're doing.
You can't say that word.
I'm sorry.
You can't say that word.
I don't care.
Well, actually, so this is the negative, another big negative about fuel conservation races. I'm actually surprised that this did not happen last night, but
yeah, well,
when you trap the whole,
kind of ruined it.
No, well, when you trap the whole field a lap down, like wide open, Pendle, and Dash for Cash did, when you trap the whole field a lap down, everybody's going to race like crazy trying to get back to that lead lap. Two things here: you got it the beginning of stage 3, everybody's trying to get their position, but if you're in 4th, you know you can't get 3rd because you're a lap down. So, you know, you're still going to race those top 3 as hard as ever, if not even harder, kind of hoping that a caution happens, you know. And so because of that, cautions are going to bring cautions, and typically the whole field continues to wreck until everyone's on the lead lap again. 22 looks like he got the lucky dog this time as he's starting dead last. 08 wide open on the point with the 11 of Pendle on the outside.
I was going to throw out, I mean, okay, so yeah, if you're in 4th and the 3 cars ahead of you are on the lead lap, here's the thing.
The 35 gets into the 98.
You need to know, okay, 35's eating the wall. First of all, you need to know where you're at on the track as far as position goes. Yeah, you want to be on the lead lap. And if them guys in the lead are going to save fuel, yeah, you'll be able to get around them if they let you. But if not, you got to worry about the guys behind you to stay on the lead lap, because if another caution comes out, you're the lucky dog at that point. I mean, I'm more worried about the guys I'm racing for an actual position with rather than the guys that are a lap ahead of me.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Like total same mindset. If I'm in 4th, first car lap down, I don't really care what the top 3 are doing because I can't pass them. What I'm worried about is making sure that that guy in 5th cannot get by me, so that if a caution does happen to come out, I'm in that lucky dog position instead of forcing my way up through people that are also racing for position and on the lead lap. It's that respect line. It's a pretty close one.
There's not a whole lot of respect in this series. I haven't really seen any over the last several weeks. That's fine with me because it gives me more things to talk about.
4 wide back here, coming off 2. The 00 went from the top to the bottom, trying to get underneath the other 3 cars that are 3 wide. Grandmaster Sheffy makes it 4 wide as they enter 3.
You know, that makes a whole lot of sense, and that's probably what you should do at Iowa, is go 4 wide, because you know what?
Actually, shockingly, they held it. And then the next corner looks like the 22 of Trinity goes under the 00 and makes them 4 wide again. But again, somehow they held it. Everyone but the 22. Looks like he's spinning, goes up the track, collects 42, smashes the wall. Single car wreck. I don't think he's going to get a caution.
No, I've seen exactly what happened actually on D. Smith. D. Smith went low to get under somebody else, and the 22 was underneath them. He cut his nose off and sent her and packed. And now the 42's packing. He's old guys. He's in the old guy spot. I don't know if he had reservations or what. But now the 23 is eating birds.
Yeah, Nukabob's struggling. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened there. I didn't see it, so to
Maul's
say.
coming off pit road. I'm baffled, man. I'm completely like just.
I don't understand the pitting right now, but they were 3, 4, 5 wide, so she may have been trying to avoid that. She actually still has damage on her front end on my screen. I see. Is it Flirt with Disaster? Is he in the lead? Nope. The 78's in front of him. The 11's in first. Pendle in first. 78 Monster Racing is in second. Got it figured out.
Do you though, really?
No, I have no idea.
Because I'm pretty sure. Well, okay, yeah. If everyone was on the lead lap, it'd be the 78, the 20, and the 19. But the 20 and the 19 are a lap down, so.
Right, the 78 got the lucky dog at the end of the stage, so he's on the lead lap, so he's in second. The 22 got the last lucky dog. He spun out. As far as the 20 and the 19, they did pit towards the end of that stage, so they may have tried a wave around. Also, why Ma Bear may have already been on pit road, try to do a wave around. Well, but if you try to do the wave around, it might be successful, where you can get a caution early and be able to pit while you're on the lead lap, or you'll have to go down pit road early because it didn't pan out for you.
I will say there is a cluster mess of 5 cars right here. You got the 2, the 08, the 19, the 20, the 35.
It's this pack, everybody that's watching at home. This crazy big pack here.
My mind's blown.
That's pretty easy to do. Oh, sorry.
I don't know about that.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I thought I've seen it all. Every Thursday, I always feel like I'm going to see something new, or I feel like I'm never going to see something that I haven't seen before. But then again,
I can't lie. I did never see 5 wide at Iowa prior to this stage 3. This is actually this is shaping up to be pretty good racing though. Right here with the 19, the 08, the 00, the 2, 35, 98. You mentioned it. I'm not seeing a lot of contact. Different cars running different lines, but it seemed to be pretty good.
You know, if I'm one of these guys, I think I'm gonna brake hard coming off forward and then take that asphalt strip that goes along the outside pit wall, and I'm just gonna full throttle and give her hell.
Yeah, I agree. Grandmaster Sheffy looks like he's losing a few positions. The old guy's eating the outside wall, avoids the 00. Let's see, is the 11 still winning?
I don't know. There's no room for Booger McFarland stats right now. I mean, literally, we have no idea who the hell's on the lead lap, who's not. We have no idea.
You can't say that word.
Who's losing positions, who's gaining positions. We literally have no idea. So, with that being said, let's just send it. I mean, we're just going to go by what we see. I don't care who wins this race. I don't care. I mean, I do.
Shower, and that should be over. And then we got to go get some for food.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think that the 11 car's in the lead. I don't know if that's true. They're going around Nukebob. Nukebob seems to be struggling, so that's logical that he might be a car lap down. I'm really interested, though, on whether or not the 20 is on the lead lap or if he's the first car a lap down.
Yeah, I have no idea either. Man. And the bad part is, we even have, like, a ticker. Well, not, I mean, we have a
Monsters on pit road now.
And a ticker in Heat 5 that don't even work. It's great.
40 laps to go.
Way too many.
The 11 is still the leader. I just seen Monster pit now, so if I were to guess, he's going to try to split these last 40 laps in half and just go 20 and 20. I think that's right at the edge of these guys' fuel tank. Don't quote me on that, but we'd seen 3 pit stops for some in the preset race. These guys are obviously going to have more fuel in the tank because there was a caution here in stage 3.
I'm wondering if we're done. There's still a little bit of plus. Oh, the 35 and the 00.
Yeah, 00 looks like he's trying to get on pit road. missed it with contact with 35 and decided to go in the middle of the track and then come back down and get in the pit road. That's unfortunate, but at least he doesn't have damage on his car. 19 shooting down across the track. Looks like he's going to come to pit road this time.
That's at least from what we can see. And I will say, if you are
and he's on pit road,
I would do what I did last night, just grind it out, run the car as hard as you possibly can, because them guys that are saving, you're still gonna gain a couple spots on a couple of them, because
yeah, only a couple of them are actually going to beat you. Not every car that saves can beat you. Some of them are going to lose way too much time. If you're not already up front and being competitive when you start saving, the odds are you're going to lose a lap like we'd seen earlier. You know, so I agree with you completely. You will pass some of the guys that are saving fuel.
like somehow, I mean, I don't know. Last night, AJ pit at the last few laps. I don't know. He was trying to save and didn't have enough. I gained a bunch of spots by just I went as fast as I possibly could, and I think I pit 2 or 3 times in the last stage. I didn't really care what, I mean, I didn't have fuel saving gears or anything like that, and I wasn't trying to save fuel because I'm not about that. I wanted to go fast as hell.
20 to come to pit road.
I mean, that's just the thing. I like how them two guys, they got on pit road clean.
The 20 and the 2?
Yeah, that was about the cleanest I've ever seen 2 cars getting on pit road I've ever seen in my life at Iowa.
Nuka Bob's whole front end of his car ready to fall off.
Yeah, it looks like his front bumper was in a can crusher.
I can't tell if the 11's pit yet. I'm assuming not because he's in the area code all by himself. Just scrolling through the field here. The 00 and the 08 side by side here. 08 just coming off pit road, so he should have the advantage right now.
Trinity coming off pit road. I don't know if you experienced it all last night, but did you experience coming off pit road like
where it gets really loose?
Yeah, you had to get into 3rd gear like really quick just to.
Yeah, I didn't deal with it during the race last night, but I dealt with it during practice throughout the day, so I knew that was going to happen, so I kind of practiced getting into 3rd gear right off.
Yeah, that was the best way to do it.
I'm really, the 11 doesn't look like he's pit yet, so the 78 actually, Monster Racing, he is the leader, so the 11 has pit, so, yeah, the 78 pitting when he did, he's got a huge gap over anybody. Looks like the 11's about 5-6 seconds back. Now, don't get me wrong, the 11 will cut into that as the race progresses towards the 78's end of his fuel run, but good move up there by him pitting it as early as he did.
Might not be a bad strat. The 11, yeah, he's definitely saving.
Smitty said even on the preset cup side, they were getting loose even in 3rd gear coming off pit road, so apparently they had it worse than we did.
At all.
No, that's not real surprising for me either, because 704 Games killed it on that one. Right, so 78 still the leader, 22 just got by the 11. That's not for position, as we know the 22 spun earlier without a caution.
That is true. I forgot about that part.
What, the 22 spinning? I didn't forget about it. He was not having it.
But I thought that was like...
That was right after the caution. He got the lucky dog started in the rear. He was trying to make his way back up through, and he spun.
Yeah, I will say going sideways is not very aerodynamically correct.
If you find yourself turning right more than you're turning left, you're probably not having a good time.
Yeah. I did a lot of turning right last night. I thought I was on the Richmond dirt track.
Nah. You know, I've been pretty impressed with this 98 Ma Bear. She's actually done pretty good for her first time in the custom series over here. She's held her line. She struggled when she restarted up front. She got put in the middle of a 3-wide predicament. That's never any good. Flirt got underneath her right there. But all in all, I think she's done a pretty good job. to this point.
I agree. She's just doing her own thing. Not sure what that incident, what happened with the, who was that getting on pit road that we seen she got in the back of somebody. You said that he didn't have any damage.
Sheffy had spun out,
Sheffy.
and that's who the 98 had gotten into the back of. But it was the
Yeah,
35 in the 00 that had problems, and she was just, unfortunately, she got collected in it. Somebody just got murdered. I don't know who that was. The 23 in Ukabub just murdered himself. The 22 was... Yeah, the 22 is on the inside of the 23, and the 23 just turned right on a straightaway, and that's never a good sign.
I will say last weekend, Habab did challenge Coco Money Mike to a Budweiser chugging challenge.
Hopefully that wasn't tonight.
I'm guessing that might have been tonight because I'm not very impressed.
I mean, neither is his car owner. Noko can't be too happy with that amazing damage all over his car.
I mean, he's still cute, don't get me wrong, but...
That's hot.
It is hot.
As spoken before, the 11 car is catching up to the 78 Fast and Furious. Notice I did not say that other word. Just said catching the 78.
Hey, learn something new every day.
In here, I thought you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Okay.
19 catching the 00. I don't know if...
Actually, the 00 just passed.
Alright, so I'm full of poop. Learn something new every day. Right, so I have no idea what passes are being made and which ones are for position.
Yeah, before you know, the race is going to be over and we're going to have nothing else to do. Other than, well, I'm going to take myself to bed, but...
Go to bed. What do you mean?
Yeah.
We are going to get to interview a winner.
Oh, great. You mean the person... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember we talked about this before.
Yeah, the guy that completes all the laps before all the rest of the cars do.
Yeah.
They get interviewed.
Yeah, we've done that before. Like, literally like 30 minutes ago.
Yep, facts. Well, I'm hoping we can. Mountain Dew is supposed to be back, and he's this chat party host.
Who?
Mountain Dew, he's our chat party host, and I can't invite anybody if he's still party host.
Where is he at?
He's on the phone, he said.
Well, he better...
Pendle to pit road now.
That.
See if I can find the 78 on the track. 78's still on the track, so the 11 pits early this time, doing exactly what the 78 did last time. So let's see how that one pans out. It's a bold move, Cotton. The 78 on pit road now.
On the high lane. Did you notice? I didn't see you on the high lane at all last night. You didn't have to, but I have seen in the past where people always claim that the high line saves tires. But I think you just have to have the cars set up to do that.
I think that in custom setups, I don't think it really matters which line you run to save tires here. In the presets, I agree completely that the outside saves tires. I just don't think that's true in the customs.
But I mean, there's a lot more things you can do, but I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine myself, as much as a difference as it would be, as far as compared to other tracks, you're not going to run the... I want a bus stop. That'd be you.
All right.
But I can't imagine... Oh, the 19's come down pit road.
The 08's the leader. Wide Open Racing is the leader.
He just came down pit road.
Nah, the 08 is on the track.
Never mind. That was Chevy.
Mauber.
Sorry.
Oh. 20 laps to go. 08's leader with 20 to go.
So this will be last pit stops for these guys.
I can't imagine that Wide Open has enough fuel. I don't see it possible. I know that these guys can only have right around 20 laps in the tank. No, I wouldn't. I don't have it set up here in the Xfinity cars. I mean, the fuel saving last night, it worked for the custom in the stages, but I mean, it wasn't going to do me anything in the stage 3, you know. So I did what I had to there in stage 2. I got lucky, trapped a few people, but as far as stage 3, I couldn't do it, and I don't know what wide open's running for a setup, but I don't imagine that he can do it here either. There's just too many laps. He pit when there was about 30. Oh, it's on pit road now.
On the pit road. 23 coming off pit road, probably getting ready to wreck again.
He's he might have been doing the drinking competition, like he said. The 19, I see him out there on the outside, like you were saying. The trick here with the outside, if you don't need to be out there, you're kind of putting yourself in danger. You catch that wall, and it'll put you right back down onto that seam and put you in a high chance of spinning out.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely. You definitely have to back the corners up too. That was one thing that just frustrated me last night. Is I ran a setup that I thought, whether or not it was better than what I already had, but either way.
Ooh, 78, 35. 78 puts 35 into the wall. He just drifted up too high. I'm assuming this is the battle for the lead, as the 11 is in front of the 78, but that's not going to help 78 at all. He is going to have the fresher tires, but it looks like now, after that little contact, he's about 3 to 4 car lengths back. We talked about this earlier. If you're the 35, you really, at this point in time, you got to cut your losses. There's nobody behind the 78 and the 11. Just let the two go. They're racing for a race win. Yeah, and he did eventually, but yeah, that's a tough situation if you're the 78 car. And the 35 didn't do anything wrong. The 78 actually come up a little high, but you got to kind of see that coming as a lap car and kind of just give that extra little room, you know.
Right. I do remember Monday night in custom truck race. We had two guys side by side coming off turn 2. They were coming up on a lead or lap car right off to. And I don't remember who it was that was about to get to the lap down. They held their line on the backstretch. The two leaders tried to split them in half, and Meatball ended up getting put in the wall because of it. I don't know if it necessarily cost him the win, but either way, he contended for it. It was a good race for him. That was just an unfortunate thing. I mean, it's hard to dictate where people are going to want to go when you're about to go a lap down here, because, I mean, literally, you're either at the very bottom or at the very top. There is no in between. You're not going to see someone try to lap a car
in the middle
of the track.
I agree. I agree, but here's the thing: is if you're gonna do that, you need to just hold the line that you're already running. If you want to hold the bottom, if your car can't handle the top, hold the bottom. That's fine. Make the cars go around you on the outside, but just know they're there. So like on the straightaways, if it's a pretty close battle, you know, and you're drifting up from the bottom, lift a little extra so you don't go up too high and put them in the wall. If you're at the top, make sure you lift a little extra so that you don't get loose on exit. 11 putting a block on the 78, exiting turn 2. 78 looks like he's still going to get the run. No, he doesn't. He falls back as they're coming up on the 98 of Maubert lap traffic. This is for the lead.
42 Etho, he's on pit road. Maubert, she is loose off of 4.
11 goes to the high side to get around to the 98. The 98 goes to the bottom, slips up, gets a little loose in the middle. Side by side for the lead between the 78 and the 11 car.
That worked out about as well as it could.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Scary moment, I'm sure, if you're either of those leaders, but definitely ended up working out okay. 78 side by side. The 11 led the lap, but the 78 is going to take the lead into turn 1. Great battle between these two.
Wait, do we know for a fact that's for the lead?
I know for a fact that's for the lead.
Okay, cool. So yeah, something to talk about. Wow. All right.
Still side by side as they come off turn 4. Did 78 just start lagging on your screen?
I don't know. I wasn't following.
They were side by side. They're now at 6 laps to go.
Oh, we have Old Guy and Maubert side by side.
Oh boy.
This might get a little weird.
Yeah, Paul Bear can't be happy about that.
No, absolutely not. Where's he at tonight?
I haven't seen him in the chat. He messaged way early. He said a little while ago the 11's leading. I don't know when that was. Just before you popped your beer. But yeah, that's the last time I heard from him.
He's usually with us on Thursday.
Yeah, he gave ways to Del Gacho. Del Gacho couldn't make it, and that's why Mountain Dew joined us and then left. So unfortunately, it's just 2 of us. 4 to go.
I mean, that's fine. We usually end up like being those guys that overtalk everyone anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we had Robbie and we had Mountain Dew in here, and then I don't think they really got to speak a whole lot.
Yeah. We put them both to bed.
Yeah, they went night-night. Coming to 3 to go. The 78 still all over the rear end of that 11, trying to make a move, but he just can't get it yet. He's going to the outside now.
Oh, geez, man.
Oh, 78 around. He catches the seam and spins.
He gone. We got a lot of guys loose here. Oh, the 19's coming down pit road.
As they come to 2 to go.
Oh my God, we're about to have a caution.
Why?
Old guy's dying again. He's wrecked twice in the same lap, on the backstretch in the same lap.
The caution did not come out.
Imagine that. First stage, I don't understand what it is, but third stage, the caution, you literally have to kill everybody to get a caution.
Should be the white flag, brought to you by the Back Alley Bakery. No shift Pendle, just took the white flag. So even with a caution right now, the winner would be the 11 car, as he has already taken the white flag.
It's like, I don't know if we got people. I don't know.
Alright, so No Shift Pendle should be able to get back into this chat party, I believe.
Alright, that is it.
Yeah, Pendle won, I know that. He should be able to join the chat party because he had an invite in here prior.
I'll send him an invite regardless.
I would have to blue screen to suggest him, or to allow suggestion.
Well, I don't know if he realizes that he needs to.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm blue screening for a moment. I'll just send him one. And alright, cool. Invites out. Noko out there. Nice seeing you turn in. No shift Pendle,
Yeah.
gonna need you to put your voice settings to always allow.
Should be. Let me check here.
Yeah, fastest lap of the race went to Trinity Beast mode again. He had pole and he set the fastest lap.
Always allow. You're good.
Alright, so victory at Iowa. Congratulations first off.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
You had a hard-fought battle there. The 08 of Wide Open Racing seemed he had the fuel strategy in the early stages. You were one of the few survivors to be able to make it to stage 3 still on the lead lap. Talk us through the 2 stages first.
Well, I noticed a lot. I actually had a fuel saving gear just in case something happened. But first stage, I was really loose. I was able to run with the front guys, and then I just kind of faded back. I was having issues with the handling on it, so I made a little bit of adjustment. Second stage, I was able to stay up front. I almost made it to second stage, and I blew a tire coming out of turn 4. Almost had a stage win, and then whoever was passed me. And then stage 3, I think there was 3 or 4 cars on the lead lap, and it was just a battle of who can get out front and who can hold the lead, and who can manage their stuff a little bit better. That run to 78, man, he drove me hard. He pitted early. The first run, he pitted early, and about 6 or 7 laps earlier than me, and I was able to run him down. But when I got in the fuel window, I went ahead and pitted just to be safe. You know, hopefully he would have waited a couple laps before he pitted, but he did the smart thing, jumped down pit road the very next lap, and we had a really good battle. I don't know what happened to him there at the end. I just seen him spinning. But that was a really good battle. I was glad to race him there, and I'm glad to get my team to win. Well, you finished too.
Yeah, so real quick, just so you know, when you come up here for these interviews, you are allowed to breathe. No shift, a lot of talk, Pendle. Just kidding.
That's about right.
So yeah, that battle with the 78, I seen you were holding the inside line. Looked like the 78 actually had the car as he pit a lap or two later than you there in state that last go around. Is that all you were doing, was trying to prevent him from getting the inside and make him go to the outside, or did you feel that you still had a strong enough car to hold him off there?
Well, about 5 or 6 laps ago, I was pushing it and I was burning the rear tires up, and I was trying to save the inside. He actually could have gave me the bumper at any time. I'm surprised he didn't, but if he did, I wouldn't have been too mad. But he did get under me a couple times, and I was able to hold the top line. Like I said, it was a great battle with that 78 car. He was pretty fast too, and it was a fun race. And we'll on the final at Chicago next week. Hopefully we can bring something good there too. And then custom cup time for me.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to watch, man. Congratulations again. Did it get you a little excited when you seen the 78 spin? He pushed it just a little too hard, spun behind you. Did you know at that point the race was yours, or were you concerned the caution might have come out?
You're always concerned the caution's going to come out pretty close to the end of the race. I seen him spin out. I guess he hit the seam, or maybe he just lost it. Spun out. Just we're trying to push it. Maybe I don't know what happened, but every competitor likes to see the guy who's racing for a win kind of have issues. I hate to see that for him. I really was having fun running him, but man, once he spun out and I started pulling away, I like, well, I'm just going to drop her in fourth gear, low gear, just save my tires and just coast to the win, because I was already at like 12%.
Just a Booger McFarland fact for you there, bud. But when you're the leader and the guy in second's facing the wrong direction, you probably should be able to pull away. So that was a good idea at that point in time to kick it into fourth. Again, congratulations, man, from your win here at the Custom Xfinity in Iowa. Definitely going to put you in the books with another victory before you get ready to go into the Custom Cup next season. And like always, good luck next week at Chicago.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. You guys, good job in the booth tonight, guys. I was watching the stream too, so good job.
Hey,
except for Nanner when he was complaining about the fuel saving mode. I mean, I heard every bit of that. That's okay.
I got into that mode for a second, but I snapped out of it. We're back to reality.
That's all right. It's when you're 3 or 4 laps short, and guys are going to find a way to save fuel no matter what. So it is what it is.
Well, thanks for bringing it up. I'm gonna complain about it for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. Now I'm gonna hear about it in the private messages. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for us here tonight at the Xfinity night, Thursday night broadcast. Tune in tomorrow night, as I'm not sure who's our broadcaster, but I know that we have our development series there in the Cup Series tomorrow night. 25% races here at Iowa. You'll have the preset and the customs. Tune in tomorrow night around 7 o'clock Eastern.